What's happening, guys? Chris, VA Travels. I'm here in Hillsborough, North Carolina, and I'm going to visit the Alexander Dickson house. And yeah, I'm here in the heart of the historic district. And yeah, there's a lot of history in this town. I'm going to come through eventually and do a walkthrough. And that Airmont house, it's closed for the winter, but I'm definitely going to be coming back to check that out. But there it is, the Alexander Dickson house. And it's famous for being the last Confederate headquarters. And it's where General Joseph Johnston headquartered while he was negotiating terms of surrender with Tecumseh Sherman over there in Durham at the Bennett Farm. Yeah, so he actually slept in the office building. Confederate soldiers camped in the area. And actually, this was moved about a mile and a quarter from its original location. Yeah, so, and a little plaque out front here giving some information. And there he is, head of the Army of the Tennessee, Joseph Johnston. And his army was actually larger than Robert E. Lee's. It was the largest Confederate surrender. And it ended the war for the Confederate troops in the Carolinas, Georgia, on down to Florida. All the war was basically over because just a week or two earlier, Robert E. Lee had surrendered up there at Appomattox Courthouse. Yeah, Cavalry Commander Wade Hampton camped in the area as well. And there he is, like I say, over in Durham at the Bennett Farm. There's Johnston and Sherman right there, negotiating terms of surrender. And it took about 2 weeks to iron everything out before they totally agreed. Yeah, so here it is, 1940. And just to give you some information, Alexander Dickson, he lived here with his wife Elizabeth and 9 children. It's a pretty cramped house. And this thing was built in the Quaker style, Quaker plan, meaning the first floor, just a 3-bedroom, a 3-room floor plan. The larger family room to the left. On the right, you'll have a bedroom and an office. But yeah, he owned a grist mill. He was a pretty prominent figure in town. You'll see this thing up here on stone foundations. Just an old clapboard house. These wooden shutters. It looks like that one's missing. And garden over here. Okay, so let's walk down here. And just a really old sundial. Yeah, pretty neat. So back porch right there, just a rocking chair. Okay, so just some memorial gardens. And back here, the office building. See the little fireplace. And like I say, this is where the general actually slept. And yeah, it's closed, but I see a spinning wheel in there. Cool old doorknob block plate. And there's another outbuilding over here. It's now the bathroom, but I don't see a write-up. I'm not sure what it originally was. Again, on a little kind of stone foundation. All right, good shot of the back. And it looks like they've got pictures of, I'm going to assume it's Alexander Dickson and his wife. Although it looks like it might be 2 women. I don't know, I can't really tell. But I'll just walk around, take a look at this side. And I've got these little gardens covered up. A pretty big chimney on this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go in and take my tour. Oh, and one of his daughters had written that when the Confederate soldiers were camped around the house, they were desperately hungry. They were digging for onions, looking for anything they could find to eat. And yeah, and this is now the visitor center. And this is one of these old Charleston chairs. That's supposed to mimic being on a carriage, and supposedly that was to help cure rheumatism and arthritis at the time. Pretty cool. Okay, made it inside, and it's more of just a visitor center, not too much to see history-wise, but a few write-ups and just talking about the indigenous people to this Orange County area, the Occaneechi, it looks like. And Guilford Courthouse, not too far away, Revolutionary War. And this is kind of just going over what I talked about with General Johnston. And yeah, the town became known for its textile mills and cotton mills. And one of the first 7 original NASCAR raceways was here in Hillsborough. And this former slave, Elizabeth Keckley, became she owned her own dressmaking business, and she was the dressmaker to Mary Todd Lincoln. Over here, yeah, really old map of the town. And as I had said, a lot to see. Unfortunately, I need to head to Durham after this, but I'll be coming back. And this is a pretty famous cemetery, the Margaret Lane Cemetery. The Burwell School, the Burwell family was big up in Virginia. Alamance battleground. And here's a good map. Here we are right here, Alexander Dixon House. And like I say, unfortunately, this Air Mount is closed for the season. Definitely going to come back and visit that. Maybe I'll check out the courthouse. I've been on a kick of visiting courthouses. And there's that Burwell School. I need to visit that as well. And then here she is again, that Elizabeth Keckley. And up in DC and Baltimore, she opened her own business, like I say, dressmaker. So, again, you can pause and read. And back here, I just watched a little video. They show you like a 7-minute video on the history of Hillsborough. Painting of the house we're in. There's the courthouse. So, pretty cool, guys. Yeah, just a short video. Okay, I was thinking there would be a little bit more inside to look at, but yeah, it's all good. It'd be kind of a quick video, but I got a lot of information. I'm gonna come back down here. I actually have an aunt that lives in Durham, so yeah, I'll definitely be back down. House across the street is historic. The lady inside didn't know exactly who lived here, but supposedly it's haunted. And then there's one more old historic house I'll just take a quick look at. Bustling area right next to the post office. And over there, pretty neat looking older house. And this old big yellow house up on this little ridge right here, I'm just gonna walk over, take a closer look at, but yeah, downtown Hillsborough right up there. So, here we go, just an older clapboard house, 2 external chimneys. Looks like that was just a small little add-on to the right, probably. And, all right, let me walk over here real quick. All right, so this is William Courtney's house, the yellow house, circa 1768. So, yeah, private residence, obviously. Yeah, pretty big chimney on the side there, so. Well, that's it for my short little Alexander Dixon video. As always, like and subscribe. See you guys.